Hi guys, James Anderson reporting for the North Coast Courier here in Solid Rock, where we are soon to be joined by one of the North Coast's most beloved rock bands, the Spare Parts. So, Shale, Steve, Des, Ernie, thanks so much for joining me. We're really excited to hear more about the process, more about how the Spare Parts came to be. So I wonder if we can start there. If one of you can tell me how you guys came to be, how long you've been playing together, and just give us a little bit more context about the Spare Parts.
I think our genesis, James, pretty much came from lockdown. Shales and myself were playing together before lockdown up at the shed. They had an open mic session. And then when they repealed the lockdown heavy rules for a while, we used to practice at my place, here in Salt Rock. And Ernie's young son Regan, he was 23 at the time, he played guitar for us. Since then, Des has joined the band, and he's a white hot guitarist. He plays beautiful guitar. And yeah, so pretty much just over 3 years we've been together, and yeah, we're going places, I think. We're having a lot of fun.
I met the band at Siggy's, and I told Steve I'm a guitarist. I heard they were looking for someone. He gave me some strange looks. Do you really play the guitar? So I've been with them for about a year, just over a year now.
And then it obviously just turned out to be the perfect meeting of musical styles, of talents and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's one style, and that is rock and roll. Yeah. So we old school,
loud rock and roll.
Yeah, we're a party band.
That's recorded.
So I mean, I wonder, I've seen you guys live, but maybe for those of you who haven't, could you give us a taste of what sort of music you play? Is it covers? Do you play your own stuff?
We play a lot of covers, but we've got a few original songs that we're constantly working on. Des is a recording specialist. He's got his own recording studio at his home. So we've got 5 original songs that are on Spotify at the moment, and we're planning on doing more and more of that as possible. But we're mainly a party band. We like to make people feel good.
Our covers are pretty much the 70s and 80s, so they're the classic rock bands.
So I mean, people can come and watch you and they'd recognize most of the set, can have a good time.
That's our audience. It's people like us, you know, they're 50s plus. And they recognize the songs, they sing to them. We love playing them, they're exciting, it's what we love doing. So that's where we get the joy, is we're playing stuff we love. So it's rock and roll.
I think something to add is that our approach to building a crowd and a following is that we've worked really hard on our covers. So we try and practice at least once a week, subject to availability of all 4 of us. We don't gig unless all 4 of us are available. But what we do is we work hard on our covers so that we sound good and we can make the covers, allow the people's feet to tap to the covers. Once you've got that following, then our originals can follow and we can build our audience like that.
Absolutely, and like I said, I've seen you guys live. I've heard Sweet Caroline, which you can find now on Spotify. And it's not necessarily a note-for-note redo. You guys make it your own. It's recognizable, but also still...
It's the number one song everybody wants us to play.
Exactly, I can imagine. So it's like Freebird in the US and it's Sweet Caroline in Durban.
You come up to you, can you play this? I say, we can't. There's only certain things we can play. But we can play the song, you know, so people love it.
Some of our mates get, our mates get slugged off with us playing. We can't play Sweet Caroline.
So we rocked it up,
We find on the internet that there's no rock versions of it. So Des got to work on it, and he composed the rock sort of genre for it, and it's very successful with lots of people. So I write the lyrics and maybe give one sort of guitar riff to Des, and then he just takes it from there, and then we get together and we record it. And so hopefully we're going to go further and further with creating our own genre of music. But the cover version is to just make people feel happy, and it's surprising how many young people are starting to get interested in the music we play, 60s, 70s, 80s, because a lot of them haven't heard that music.
That's true.
And they haven't. They've been listening to a lot of, well, whatever music. Now they're hearing AC/DC or Led Zeppelin. Yes, like, what is that?
Yeah, but it's loud, and we you know, it's full of energy. That's the thing.
I think the current music, you know, you don't have a lot of lead guitar solos. Well, I don't think you have any nowadays.
I mean, all the stuff on the radio seems very, very pop oriented now rather than rock.
It's different, and it's not necessarily our audience. And that's why we found a bit of a niche. People love to hear what we play. because
Things
that's so
do
familiar.
tend to get a bit loose towards our third and fourth set. When the crowd gets warm, and we've had girls dive on parquet floors, slide across in front of us, and
Yeah,
Which is
so
very hard.
we'll just play the
No
chorus
complaints.
again, you know. We'll just,
But we made
Yeah.
an Afrikaans song, which is a great song.
but it's a safe environment because their husband was there with his shirt off.
No,
At the
the people
bullfight.
they just enjoy
So it was
themselves.
just fun.
That's
It
the
was
whole
good
idea.
fun.
So we love that. We love just people having fun.
Yeah.
And it's really about, that's what we get
If
out
the
of it.
audience have fun, then we've done our job.
That's
That's
really
the
what
way we do.
that's all.
Well, we'll look out for that. Well, thanks again so much, guys, for joining me. I think people are going to be really interested to see this and also to come and hopefully see you live soon. I know I've seen it and I can certainly give the stamp of approval. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, James.
Thanks very much, James. Thanks a lot. Eh?
Got a lot of goals that I wanna prove, and there's not a lot of time, so I gotta make moves.